Least a grandchild applying to college, make sure they know grades and test scores aren't the only important pieces of a college application. Extracurricular activities matter too. And the more unique they are, the better. Here to explain is the author of this new book, Invitation to the Ivies, Arvin Vohra. Good morning, Ivan. Arvin, thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
First of all, why do extracurriculars matter when applying to colleges?
So it really comes down to two portions. One aspect is rarity. If you're applying to an Ivy League college, this is so important, especially. There are right now 35,000 high schools in the country, and Harvard only lets in 2,000 people. So having a unique extracurricular can really make you stand out in ways that really nothing else can do. The other important aspect of an extracurricular is you use them to answer questions inside of the application itself. And some of those questions will be direct questions like, what are your extracurriculars? But they'll also be indirect questions, things like, what do you do for fun or what brings you joy?
Before we get into the unique extracurriculars, what extracurriculars are considered a dime a dozen?
Sure. Most of the extracurriculars, unfortunately, that are prestigious and commonly known, because they're commonly known, are just too common to really make a difference. And those will be things like Model UN, debate club, playing the violin, playing soccer, business DECA, Future Leaders of America. Those are all great programs, but they don't stand out because they are so commonly done.
And what's the difference? This is something you mentioned in your book. What's the difference between a charted extracurricular and an uncharted one, and which one is better?
Sure. So a charted extracurricular is anything you've heard of, anything that already exists is charted. So, Model UN, debate club, all of that's charted. An uncharted extracurricular is really something that you yourself actually create. And both students that I've worked with and students that I've just known have created some amazing extracurriculars, uncharted ones. One student started a business selling origami earrings. One student started a small business selling soft drinks. I mean, there's so many, making and selling your own soft drinks. There's so many different ways that you can create something that's going to stand out. And the other really great thing about Uncharted is not only do they stand out in terms of rarity, they also showcase passion. They show that you're really into what you're doing, not just following along the steps that you think you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. We don't have much time left, but I had to get this question in here. You say the Harry Potter books are a treasure trove of insight into getting into Ivies. What do you mean by that?
Now, there are so many examples from Harry Potter, but my favorite example probably is Hermione Granger. Hermione starts out as the stereotypical, person who almost like the ideal archetype of the person trying to get into an Ivy League college. She's doing all the class. She's doing so many classes. She needs a time machine to do them all. She's trying to do all the stuff you're supposed to do. And in that phase of her character development, she's honestly not that inspiring. Then later on in the 5th book of the series, you see that she steps outside of bounds. She steps into uncharted territory. And all of a sudden she transforms from this kind of, know-it-all nerd to an inspiring leader of her generation.
I like
that. And I've seen so many students make that same journey from the regular stuff to stepping into the uncharted and becoming more inspiring by doing so.
I like that. I think a lot of millennial parents at home just had an aha moment. Arvin, thanks so much for being with us. You see the website there. You can go to, folks, for more information on how you can get his book. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for having me on.